Hey Internet, it's me, I'm back after, I think more than a year since I've done a last video blog. So you might be able to tell I've lost a lot of weight since my last blog. I used to be 250 pounds, now I'm 170, so I lost quite a bit of that. Let's see, I finished up school December 2011. I got a certificate for being a what's it even called? Video game programming, I guess is what it was for, because it was for a video game history class, a game design class, and then 2 different programming classes. One of the programming classes was primarily graphics programming, and the other one we had to make a game. And the game that me and my team made is called Slampart. You can try it yourself at slampart.com. Essentially, the concept for it was dubstep teaches typing. So it's a kind of a tower defense type game where you have to keep enemies from getting to your base by typing in the words or numbers or strings of code that appear over their head. And that's how you go through different waves. So we had about 2 or 3 months to make it, I believe, from September until mid-December. And it's a product of 3 people on the team. So not too ambitious, but we got it done in the time frame. So check it out if you want to do that. You have to download the Unity web player to actually play it, and it'll play on PC and Mac. You just have to go to the website. There'll be a thing in the middle that says download Unity. Just click that to get Unity, and then you're off and running. Let's see, and in the time since I stopped going to school until now, I've made a bunch of apps. So I've made 3 apps on the App Store. Only 2 are actually up as I'm recording this. The 3rd should be up sometime in the next couple days from now. 2 of them are primarily business-oriented apps, so I won't really talk about them too much. One of them is called RAS Form List, and it's kind of a dynamic checklist that you can use to have like a label and then some text, and then below it you can have a label with lots of text, and then a field for check marking things, then another field for putting in an audio recording file, and then you basically make a template and you can make it for a building inspection, and then from there you can clone the template and make other things. It's pretty boring stuff, but it works. And then the other one is a mapping program where you have a map in Google Maps and then a list of locations, and each location is marked with a number and a symbol on the map, so you can easily locate and organize lists of locations. That one's called RAS GeoList, and that one will probably be up in a couple days from now. So both of those I made because my dad wanted some apps to help him when he's out in the field, because he does commercial real estate appraisal. So I figured that might as well. It didn't take too long to make, and he's dynamically changed his workflow for how he does things. He no longer has to carry around a bunch of notepad and paper and stuff. He could just type it out on his iPad and it all works just fine. So the 3rd thing is something that I've wanted to make for a while, and I've looked around and nobody's actually done something too similar to this. It's called AutoMic Infinity, and it is a audio recording program that when I'm ostensibly working, sometimes I take long breaks to play Audio Surf, and that's a game where you play along the music on PC, and a lot of those times I'm also brainstorming ideas for games, but a lot of the time as I'm playing and coming up with ideas, I pretty much forget them immediately after I think of them. So I wanted a way to be able to play and also dictate notes at the same time. But the problem with that is that if I use a regular recorder, if I play for an hour but I only talk for a few minutes, but those few minutes are really good ideas, then I'll have a mostly empty recording or just clicking or whatever. So I wanted a way to just grab that 2 minutes of useful speech and put it into a file that's easily played back and gets to the point, really. So that's why I made AutoMike Infinity, which is a free app on the App Store. It has ads in it, or will in the next 2 days, because I screwed up something earlier. But here's what it looks like. So this is the main recording interface here, and this bar shows the levels that you're currently talking at. So if I stop talking, it goes down to near 0 because the microphone is up here. So this slider right here sets at what level the recording will actually activate. So if I bring it up to here and then turn on the recording, it didn't actually record anything because the levels didn't get above that threshold to start recording. And this light will turn on when you're recording. So if we bring this down to here and then start the recording again, 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually need to, let's try this again because I didn't set the level high enough because it's picking up that over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see that pause that I put in there in between the 1 and 2 and the 3 and 4 isn't really present in here because it's not actually recording during that time when it, if this doesn't go above that threshold that you set. And also another thing I put in here is that you can also append to the file so that you can keep going for however long you want on that one audio file, and it'll all be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Append to the file so that you can keep going for however. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm working on an update for it that will add in a few more playback features, and obviously I need to redo the interface. But this is a product that I made in. I had the concept and some of the recording stuff done in a few days, and then to actually get it to append and have this threshold here, I had to go pretty far down into the crazy code stuff there, so that took another week or so of pretty tough coding. That's probably the hardest thing I've had to code so far. But I got that out there. If you want to try it, it's out on the App Store. It's going to be free forever with ads in it, obviously, because I got to get paid. And the other two are the form program is 99 cents or tier 1, and the Geo program, since it's a pretty niche program, is tier 10, so that's $10. So those are up on the store. And now for game development. In between all these, well, I guess the apps are in between. I'm making tools for my large RPG projects because that stuff takes a long time to put out, and I realized not too far into the development of that I needed to have some pretty good tools to make that work. So that's primarily what I'm doing there. I have the story written and the general layout of stuff done, but it's getting everything into the game in a workable state is going to take a while because doing it by hand is a really bad way to do it. So I need to have a way to automate the whole process, and that's going to take a while to do. I'm also working on a small puzzle game for tablets. I'm working on prototypes for that. I'm not sure if I can make it work on a small screen like a smartphone, but I'll try. But for right now, it looks like it's going to be on tablets only. It'll probably also work on something like this, the Kindle Fire, because this screen size is probably good enough for what I'm thinking of. But anything smaller, like a smartphone, probably won't work. So we'll see. I'll show those when those are in a showable state. I've learned my lesson not to show stuff that's too early in development. So you'll see more of that when I'm ready to show it. I think that's about it. Yep. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.